So after dropping this video captioned "Dear South Africans, this is just the beginning," which was basically talking about Ghanaians and who we are, I've seen some comments that ordinarily I would have ignored them, but for educational purposes and clarity's sake, those comments must be addressed. One of them is coming from a guy named Babalao, and I know he's an Igbo man from Nigeria. He said South Africans and Ghanaians are the same. They are full of hatred towards Nigerians. There is another one from J. Jerry, who is also a Nigerian. Ghana are same with South Africans. Both are racist towards black race. As far as I am concerned, there has never been any xenophobic attacks on African immigrants in Ghana. And if you are an African watching this video, please make sure you watch the video till the end, else you will not understand the whole situation. In 2025, something happened in Ghana, and it was all because of one person, and that person is the man on your screen. His name is Dr. Chukwudi Jude Ehinetu. He's a Nigerian, an Igbo man to be specific. This man traveled to Ghana in 1995 as a businessman who was dealing in spare parts. He eventually got married to a Ghanaian woman, and since then he's been living peacefully in Ghana for all his life. But along the line, the man was installed as an Igbo chief or king for the Igbo people living in Ghana, and the man started installing sub-chiefs and elders across Ghana. Nobody complained about that. The man also in 2012 started celebrating the Inji Festival or Yam Festival in Ghana, and he did that for 12 years. So 2024 was the 12th edition of that particular festival, and this festival was celebrated openly, whereby media personnel and other dignitaries in Ghana are given invitation to grace the occasion. Ghanaians never complained about that particular festival. On top of it, this man started conferring chieftaincy titles on some known personalities in Ghana. Still, Ghanaians never complained because, as I told you earlier, Ghanaians are very tolerant and their hospitality is unmatched. So Ghanaians never complained about the 12-year celebration of the Inji Festival, the installation of sub-Igbo chiefs and elders, and the conferring of chieftaincy titles on some known figures in Ghana, until in 2025 when this video came out. Now in the video, Dr. Chukwudi Jude Ehinetu was explaining to Ghanaians and Igbo people at large that he has bought 250 plots of land in Ghana, and that was not even an issue. But the intent behind that 250 plots of land that was bought by this chief was actually the problem. According to him, he was going to build an Igbo kingdom or Igbo village in Ghana, and that Igbo kingdom is going to have one entrance. So it is going to be a gated kingdom. If you want to enter that kingdom, you need to pass through one entrance or one gate. Aside that, he is going to build Igbo schools, Igbo market, town halls, and he is going to be in charge of that land and then sell those lands to Igbo people who want to settle in Ghana. So when an Igbo person travels to Ghana, what the person needs to do is that you go and see him as the king of the Igbo kingdom in Ghana, and he will sell a portion of that land for you and your family to build your house and settle in that Igbo kingdom. And they are going to have streets which will be named after Igbos, including his father.
So I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. But along that road, it's right on the road, I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're gonna build the palace of Eze Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana, they always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge, and they know that, yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. We will also, in the palace of the Eze Igbo, we also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers, and in future I know that we the Igbos will provide president in Nigeria, and I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man, and one day by the special grace of God, he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the street that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street. that's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzogwu. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Nzemalodi Hennetu. And all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone, and those are present, will create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana.